Alright, I'm back. Yeah, sometimes you just can't get in the mood to work on stuff. I worked on a wing to my 38% extra a minute ago, and I got started on it, and it's kind of a nice Sunday afternoon, and I'm kind of lazy today, and I just don't want to mess with anything much, and so I'm just kind of enjoying myself. And I keep these little things around. I've got several of them. And as you can see, I've got several batteries. I've probably got 20 or 30 batteries. And I keep them charged and everything. And it's what I do when I'm just want to relax. This is 1SQ. And I really like this one. I've also got a Traxxas Alias, but it's a little big for in here. This one's perfect. But anyway, so this is what I do when I'm just goofing off and I want to relax. It's nice to have something that you can fly inside and enjoy yourself. And I'm not, well, I couldn't do much outside today. There's probably 30 plus mile-an-hour winds. So it's just nice to have something inside that I can enjoy and fly around a little bit. And these are great. They're pretty reasonably priced. I think they're around $100. And they fly great. They're real easy to fly. And I just love them. It's something you can do when you just want to relax a little bit. Now you do have to be careful. I've hit one of my wings before with this, and if you do, it will slice the covering. You wouldn't think that those little rotors would be sharp enough and stuff to slice the covering, but they sure are. So you kind of have to be careful, but it's nice to have something that you can kind of relax and do in here when you want to take a break. Now that's my 1SQ, and I've also got my Alias. And it's a little big. You got to be careful inside, but I do it inside when I'm bored also. Plugged in. And it's a lot of fun too. I'm turning my LEDs off. There's no need to have them in here. They're just shining in your face. But this one's a lot of fun too. And you can, if you're very careful, you can fly it in a small area. And something to do when you're not in the mood to work and you can't go out and fly. Now granted, I also will get my real flight simulator out here in a little bit and I'll play on it. I love to build, and I probably overdo it, and it's what I do. I get burnout. I just don't want to build nothing. I just want to do something else. And I usually go work on my house or my lawn or something when I get that, but my wife loves that. But I can't really do that today. So just sitting around in here playing with some of my little toys. It's a lot of fun. That's what I do when I don't want to build. I really can't fly. That's what I do. And this is the Traxxas Alias. I really like this little quadcopter. It does quite a few things. It does have one downfall, which I've read about and I found out with my buddy's Traxxas Alias. They say that these little engines have, these little motors have real thin brushes. And well, here's another thing. As soon as you set it down, it goes ahead and kicks out after a second. You'll have to reset it by pushing the stick down. But it does have a problem. It does have a weakness. These little motors have real thin brushes. And a lot of times you'll get down in the grass and you'll get a rotor against a blade of grass or something. And it'll just burn the brush right off one of these little motors. Now I think they're only like $48 for a set of 4, which isn't that bad. But I've also read several reviews that say if you fly it a lot, that these little motors wear out really quickly. And $48 for 4, I believe. 2 of them rotate one way and 2 of them rotate the other way. And from what I understand, that's probably one of the biggest downfalls. Other than that, this thing's a lot of fun. It's big enough to see, and it does several tricks. So I've got that one. I've got the 1HQ. Okay. Now those are those. Now I've also got a little CP helicopter. Now granted, this one you have to have a little bit of skill to fly inside. Let me see if I got that one handy. These are you have to have a little more skill to fly these inside, but it can be done. And this one is I don't believe I trimmed this one out much, so it's not I'll probably try it, but it's going to be a little wild at first. Little wild. Get a battery in it. This is the Axe 100 CP, and this is the non-brushed version, which is my favorite. Or this is the brushed version, I'm sorry, which is my favorite. They make a brushless. I've got some of the brushless LED ones, and they're just too darn heavy. They really are. These fly great. Now, like I said, this is a little much for a small area. This one's not tuned out real well. Yeah, I say that. I actually have tuned that one out some. Again, something small you can fly in a small area to improve your skills and have a little fun. And before you fly something like this, especially a CP, make sure your skills are good enough that you're not going to tear up something. Now see, this one's starting to wander around quite a bit on me. But it's not tuned out that well. I added a little trim. With a little work and a little trim, I can make this thing fly great. This one is actually a new one right out of the box, and it takes a fair amount of tuning right out of the box to make them perfect. They don't fly too bad right out of the box, but to really get them tuned in, you have to work with them a little bit. This one is brand new. I haven't been flying this one. I actually sold my one I've been flying and I had tuned out to perfection. As you can see, it'll want to. What this one will need, I'll need to take that control there on the swatch plate down just a little bit. Would make it really, really close. Okay, I'm getting a little wild here. Anyway, that's what I do when I'm bored and I don't want to work on something and it's too windy to fly. I play with the smaller toys and it's a lot of fun. So, there we have it. We have an Axe CP 100. Little helicopter. Great little rig. Love it. Okay. This is the RTF version. It comes with a... I've actually got a blade out of balance on that. Comes with a radio that's a great little radio. That you can actually bind to tactic receivers. And then the Alias, which comes with this radio. And it's not bad. It's a lot of fun, good size. Only weakness is the brushes and the brushed engines, the brush motors are a little thin. And my favorite, of course, my favorite as far as a quadcopter is the 1SQ. And I've flown the one with the little camera on it, and I've flown some of the others, and really this one is my favorite. And this is the RTF version also. And it comes with an okay little radio. Now you can bind it to this radio here if you have this one. And you can bind it to the Tactic TTX 650. So you could bind it to this one if you wanted to. And I can actually bind this one and this one, I believe, to this radio. Or I could bind this one and this one to this radio here. This one is different. The Traxxas is a little different. But anyway, that's some of my little toys that I use when I'm not building and I'm not outside flying. And since I'm not in the mood to work on any projects today, I say that I'll probably end up getting something out later. But sometimes you're not in the mood and you want to do something else. There it is. And you can also, of course, get onto the simulator, the real flight simulator, which is probably what I will do to relax a little bit. So that's it on some of my small toys that I use inside, and we'll see you later. Alright, here's another one of my little inside toys that I really like, and it's called a Proto. Now this little case, I made this. This was a little case that a little cheap Dremel came in, and I got a few of these little bitty tiny little quadcopters, and I thought they were so neat. Anyway, I thought they were so neat that I made a little case for them to carry them around, and here they are, and here's my little case. It holds 3 quadcopters, 2 chargers, 2 remotes. These are great. Now these will bind to any, and they do have the batteries in them already. So anyway, made the little case for them. These are called a Proto. They're, let's see, who are they made by? Estes, I believe, makes these. But anyway, so let me show you one of these dudes. Get flies a little different from the bigger one, so it takes a minute to get the feel of it. And it does have some digital trims on it and stuff. This one's a little out of trim here. Let me see here. See if I can get it trimmed up. Here it's pretty close. These do have digital trims, which is really amazing for that little remote to have a digital trim on it, but they do. And these little quadcopters fly pretty well. They really do for what they are. Okay. Another one of my little inside toys. And these fly for a pretty long time too. They're a lot of fun. When you want to goof off inside, and some of these little toys are just the key. So that'll give you an idea of some of the stuff you can do, or some of the stuff you can get if you want some inside toys. Now, I might have overdone it. I got 3 of these. They are a lot of fun.